All right. First and foremost, I want to start off by saying Barakathia Hawa, Barakathia Hawa Shai, Barakathia Hawa, Barakathia Hawa Shai, Barakathia Hawa, Barakathia Hawa Shai, Call Halal Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem Rakah Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS, Great Millstone, who ruled well and who taught me this truth. And shalom to you, sincere Akim, out there listening, learning, and pushing this truth. And shalom to the few sincere Akwath that are out there listening and learning as well. With that being said, I'm going to jump straight into this video. I don't want to ratazah. It'll be edifying. As usual, I'm going to go into Rakah Kwadash. And might be a little bit long. I got an article that I wanted to go into, and I got a couple scriptures that I'm going to read. And it's basically nobody feels sorry for you guys, man. You trust in this devil, Esau. When I say this devil, I'm referring to the physical counterpart to the spiritual demon Satan, which is Esau Edom. All right, which devil means deceiver. Goes back to the word diablo. He's a deceiver. And he's Satan. He's our number one adversary. He's an adversary to the whole earth. All right. He is that Esau Edom, the so-called white man, is that red horse that came to take peace from the earth, man. He is the destroyer. He is the wicked per Malachi 1 and 4. And you people going to learn it one way or the other. You're going to learn that this man is a devil that the Bible speaks of. He is the whipping stick of Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai on the left-hand side, man. All right. But you think he's your friend. You think he can be saved. You think he has your best interests at heart. This man is a devil the Bible speaks of. And you about to see it. He about to come down with great wrath, knowing that he have but a short time per Revelation 12 and 12. All right? I'm not going to play this video, but I was supposed to do a lesson on it, but it had slipped my mind. So I'm doing it now, okay? Good thing this popped up in my feed. It brought it back to my memory. And basically, you know, I'm in Florida. You know, Ian riddled this place and destroyed this place. As you can see, this is a news report from Wesh 2 News. I'm not going to play it. You can watch it for yourself. It says a Hurricane Ian revealed a flood insurance nightmare for Florida homeowners. All right. Hurricane Ian revealed a flood insurance nightmare for Florida homeowners. All right. It says between 53 and $74 billion in damages from Hurricane Ian. They're saying it was the most costly storm to hit landfall in Florida. All right. And showing you how much of a devil this man is, right? A lot of people, you know, you got a nice home, a so-called nice home or whatever. It's mandatory that you put insurance on it, right? Not your home and your car also. It falls into the same thing, right? You're paying all this money every month for insurance. You're thinking you're going to be covered when anything happens. That's why you pay for insurance, right? But lo and behold, you don't know that a flood, certain things aren't covered under your insurance policy. You have to have a whole nother separate policy for like what just happened with Hurricane Ian, floods, so on and so on, which I'm gonna get into because they consider it an act of God. All right. So a lot of people, it said a small percentage of the people had actual flood insurance, man. Okay. You see, so most of the people that their cars and their homes were destroyed or flooded out, they're not going to be covered under their insurance policy. All right. And showing you who this man is, a fucking devil, man. He's a devil the Bible speaks of. But, you know, nobody feels sorry for you. I'm going to bring the scriptures out. But, you know, so basically what they're saying is it's called an act of God, right? So as you can see up on the screen, I typed in act of God insurance. It says, and that's basically what the news report was going into. Again, I'm not going to play it because I don't want to get a copyright strike. Go ahead and watch it for yourself. It's a real short video, right? They're going to further expound on it. So anyway, it says an act of God is an insurance term that describes a natural event or disaster where there is little the homeowner could have done to prevent the damage. So isn't that the perfect opportunity to you know, that's the whole point why I have insurance in case shit happens, man. 9 times out of 10, nothing's gonna happen. Same thing like when you got on your car, you got insurance on your car, you're paying it every month, you're paying it every month. A lot of times you'll never get into a fucking accident. But when you do get into an accident or you get hurt, you want to be covered. You know? This man is a fucking devil the Bible speaks of. Excuse my French. You know? My Swahili, but I gotta say it like that. He's a fucking devil. You know, but it serves you right. You love this man. It says an act of God is an insurance term that describes a natural event or disaster where there is little the homeowner could have done to prevent the damage. Act of Gods include earthquakes, hurricanes, tornadoes, and even severe storms. All right. So I found an article that kind of went into it. It says everything you need to know about acts of God and insurance. Right. It says an act of God is generally considered to be an event that's outside of human control and is unpredictable and unpreventable. Natural disasters such as hurricanes, volcanoes, earthquakes, floods, and storms are typical examples of such events. It says, what is an act of God? An act of God is generally, I read that already. It says, however, when it comes to insurance, the precise definition of an act of God is likely to vary depending on your insurer. Like I said, you have to have a totally separate policy, a totally separate insurance to be covered under that, and only a small percentage of the population has it. Okay, you know, hey, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but wars in his heart. That's how he always gets you with the fine print, and nobody ever reads the fine print. They always assume things. They assume that they're going to be covered. They're going to be protected. They assume Esau Edom is going to protect them and be fair. But lo, do you know, this man is a devil the Bible speaks of. Okay, his words, his legislation, the fine print. That's how he gets you. You know, he's not your friend. He's here to destroy you. You know, he can never be satisfied. His desire is his hell. You know, man. However, when it comes to insurance, you assume, like I said, you make an ass out of you and me. You never assume. You know, you do your due diligence. You know, especially when you're dealing with Esau Edom. It says, however, when it comes to insurance, the precise definition of an act of God is likely to vary dependent on your insurer. This can cause ambiguity when raising insurance claims. So if you're at risk of being affected by such an event, it's worth paying close attention when dealing with your insurance policy. It says here are some of our top tips to help you. It says don't assume anything. If you are unsure about what your insurance covers, ask your insurer for clarification before taking out your policy. The terminology, his words, smoother than butter, wars in his heart. The terminology used is likely to vary from one insurance policy to the next. Ambiguity, you know? Speaks with a forked tongue. It says some may have a specific act of God clause, while others simply refer to risk and perils. So they'll put it in the fine print that you're not protected. You see? Basically, you can read the whole article. I'm not going to read it. But something else. I looked at. I thought when I was breezing through it. Hold on. Where did I see it at? Salaki, here's what it was. It says, be prepared. You can read the whole thing, but I want to get into the scriptures. It says, be prepared. Even if your insurance policy covers a specific act of God, right? Even if you have that coverage, listen to this, how these devils operate. Even if they're a deceiver, man. Even if your insurance policy covers a specific act of God, you may still face a dispute with your insurer if they believe you hadn't taken reasonable measures to prevent the damage occurring. So they're going to fight you tooth and nail even if it is in your policy. They're going to try to deny that claim, man. And then 9 times out of 10, what do? They drop you or they jack your goddamn payments up, man. You know, these man is a devil, and that's what's happening. The ones that even are protected, they're denying a lot of their claims, man. You know, because they don't want to pay that money out, man. So it says, even if your insurance policy covers a specific act of God, you may still face a dispute with your insurer if they believe you hadn't taken reasonable measures to prevent the damage occurring. For instance, if your roof isn't in good repair, it may be more vulnerable to damage during heavy snowfall. You can take a number of steps to make sure your property is well maintained, such as blah 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 blah. But anyway, you get the point, man. They're gonna fight you tooth and nail, because ultimately they just want to take, and they don't want to give nothing back. But that's this world. That's this world that we're living in. The wicked is ruling. All right. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. All right. Esau Edom is ruling. He's in the power seat and he's ruling wickedly. Proverbs 29:2. It says, when the righteous, who is the righteous? Starts with Yahweh, his only begotten son, Yahushua, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and Yasharallah, where joint is with Yahushua Hamashiach. All right. You know, and righteousness is not in the earth yet, but that's what our Lord and Savior, Yahushua Hamashiach, is coming to bring righteousness in the earth. He's coming to turn everything right side up. But first, this devil got to go down, okay? And he's going down. The place is circling the drain. And 2/3 of you are going right down with this devil, because you're joined hand in hand with this devil. And it serves you right. Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. All right? And the people aren't rejoicing. It says, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. The people are mourning. They're oppressed. They're downtrodden. All right? You know, depression is at an all-time high. Drug usage is at an all-time high. Suicide is at an all-time high. These people are at their wits' end. All right? And that's why we know they're about to snap. They're about to snap. They're holding on by a thread. All right? You know, hyperinflation is setting in. Man, beautiful times, man. Beautiful times for the elect, horrific times for the 2/3, for the wicked. Again, Proverbs 29:2, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked, Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right, per Malachi 1:4, the wicked, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn, and the people are mourning. The people are mourning because he's ruling wickedly. He's ruling wickedly. And that was part of the curses, all right, for our people, for Yasharallah, all right? This is Deuteronomy 28 and Salakia. This is Deuteronomy 28. The main point is going to be in 48, but I'll start at 45. It says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee and overtake thee till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments, talking about Yasharallah, you tribes, right? To keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. Hey, that's what Moses said. He laid before you the blessings and the curse. This day choose life or death. And our people are choosing a death style, all right? Trusting in oppression, trusting in this devil. You know, they're drunken on this Babylon juice, and his ways lead you to death. It destroys you, all right? Instead of trusting in your power, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, with all thine heart. You know, it says, moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee and shall pursue thee and overtake thee. They're upon you for a sign and a wonder, for you to consider, you know, and repent till thou be destroyed. Because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh thy power, to keep his commandments and his statutes which he commanded thee. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever. Because thou servest not the Lord Yahweh thy power with joyfulness and with gladness of heart, for the abundance of all things. Therefore shalt thou serve, this is the main point, thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee, Esau, Edom, and these other heathen nations, right? There are enemies, our adversaries, all right? Therefore shall Yahweh, therefore shalt thou serve thine enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee, in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things. And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee. The Lord Yahweh shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flieth. That's a clue. A nation whose tongue thou shalt not understand. A nation of fierce countenance, which shall not regard the person of old, nor show favor to the young. And he shall eat the fruit of thy cattle and the fruit of thy land until thou be destroyed, which also shall not leave thee either corn, wine, or oil, or the increase of thine kind, or flocks, or thy sheep, until he have destroyed thee. And that's what the wicked elite are saying. You will own nothing and be happy. Okay, that's the end game. That's the goal. You will own nothing and you'll love it. Okay, you see? But it serves you people right. Serves you people right. You got to go to this devil in want of all things, and he don't never give you a fair shake. He's a damn devil. What you expect him to do? What you expect him to do? Isaiah 31. I'll read the whole thing. Isaiah 31 and 1, the main point is in 1. It says, woe to them, woe means destruction. Woe to them that go down to Egypt, and America is what? Spiritually, Sodom and Egypt. All right? It's Egypt representing bondage, right? And spiritually Sodom, because it's going out like Sodom and Gomorrah with fire. All right? So it says, woe to them, destruction. Woe to you. Woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. Yeah, you trust in this man's technologies, you trust in his military, you trust in his jobs, you trust in this devil, in general. All right, you think nobody could take him down, you think nothing can ever happen to over here in America. It's the greatest country on the face of the earth, the land where dreams are made. And you about to wake up to the reality that this place is a nightmare. Okay, it's a nightmare. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, Yasharallah, neither seek the Lord Yahweh. We put all our trust, the remnant, the elect. We put all our trust, all our hope in Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. We don't put an iota, an inkling of trust in Esau Edom. We trust that Esau Edom is gonna do what he always do, be the damn devil that he is. He came to what? Steal and destroy. He's a thief, man. He's a murderer, a liar. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They're born speaking lies. He's the devil, and he has a perpetual hatred against you over the birthright. But you gonna learn one way or the other. Yet he also is, it says, again, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because they are many, and in horsemen because they are very strong. But they look not unto the Holy One of Yasharallah, neither seek the Lord Yahweh. Yet he also is wise and will bring evil, and will not call back his words, but will arise against the house of the evildoers, and against the help of them that work iniquity. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, not power, and their horses flesh and not spirit. So what this, you trusted in this. This is a carnal man. This is, this is, man. You guys are fools, man, fools. You trust in carnal things, man. Instead of seeking after spiritual things, man. It says, when the Lord Yahweh shall stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that is hoping shall fall down, and they shall fall together, and they shall fail together. Okay, you're going to get thrusted through. Though you be joined hand in hand, you're going to get thrusted through. You want to save this devil. You don't want to go to the kingdom unless he can make it. He going with you. He ain't going to the kingdom, man. He going to the kingdom, but he going in chains, man. You can't save this devil. You're going to get thrusted through with this devil. For thus hath the Lord Yahweh spoken unto me, like as the lion and the young lion roaring on his prey, when a multitude of shepherds is called forth against him, he will not be afraid of their voice, neither, it said, nor abase himself for the noise of them. So shall the Lord of hosts, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, come down to fight for Mount Zion and for the hill thereof. And that's what we're waiting. We're waiting on Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai to rise up to the prey. Okay? Per Zephaniah. And that day is quickly approaching. He's gathering the armies as we speak. He's mustering the host of the battle. He's gathering them in the valley of Yahweh Shaphat to pour out his indignation upon them, man. Beautiful times, but hey, nobody feels sorry for you. We've warned you over and over. This devil has showed you over and over. Check his receipts. Check his record, man. You know, you know. He's the devil the Bible speaks of. You see? This is Ecclesiasticus 12 and 10. It says, never trust thine enemy. I done told you, he's our enemy. We have to go to him in the want of all things. That was part of the curses. Okay? But you think he's your friend. You think he has your best interests at heart. Now look at you. You assed out. And he serves you right. It says, never trust thine enemy, for like as iron rusteth, so is his wickedness. Though he humble himself and go crouching, yet take good heed and beware of him. And thou shalt be unto him as if thou hadst wiped a looking glass. And thou shalt know that his rust, the rust represents his wickedness, man, have not been altogether wiped away. And you about to see, he's about to show them teeth, them horns, He about to come down with great wrath and show you who he truly is. He shows you all the time, but you living in denial. You living in denial. And we're not talking about a river in Africa, okay? You people are in denial. You got your head shoved up this devil's ass. It says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place. And that's ultimately what he wants. He wants to take the birthright back. Neither let him, that's why he puts the bottle to you to drink. The Lord said, woe to you. He puts the bottle to you to drink and then goes and accuses you, before the Lord, Yahweh Shai, day and night, when he's the one that's causing our people to go off, man. He's in the power seat. He's the one that's setting these laws, man. So it says, set him not by thee, lest when he hath overthrown thee, he stand up in thy place, neither let him sit at thy right hand, lest he seek to take thy seat. He want the birthright back. And thou at the last remember my words and be pricked therewith. Who will pity a charmer that is bitten with a serpent, or any such as come nigh wild beast? So we don't feel sorry for you, man, because we've been warning you over and over, man. This word has gone out. There's no cloak for your sins. You see? And now you starting to feel it. Now you mourning. But you ain't begun to mourn. You ain't begun to mourn. Wait till the mass layoffs hit. Wait till there's a martial law in the streets. Wait till he makes that charagma mandatory. You really gonna be mourning then, Wait till your ass is rounded up and thrown into a concentration camp. Then you're gonna understand this man is a devil the Bible speaks of. And you're never supposed to trust him. Okay, trust in Yahweh Shai, man. This man is a devil, deceiver. He's wicked. All right, sets up wicked policies. He sets up unrighteous decrees. He speaks with a forked tongue. I was reading some of the. I'm not even gonna go through the comments, man. The comments, man. You people are through. You people are through, and you don't even know it. Anyway, keep pushing, man. Keep pushing. The hopeful elect. Keep pushing. Keep fighting. Keep your eye on the prize. Our victory is nigh, man. Our redemption is nigh. I don't want to write this out. We're gonna live to see the downfall of our enemy, man. We're seeing it as we speak. Keep fighting, man. Shalom. Wa abad babal. Kwam yasharala.